make gifts for people during the holidays because it's like giving people the gift of your time and your attention. And I think they'll think about you every time they wear it, and they're just gonna treasure it forever. So I know it can be hard to find the time to make gifts in this really, really busy season. So in this video, Haley's gonna join me and we're gonna share the 5 best garment patterns to sew as gifts. You'll find all these patterns in the Seamwork catalog, and we'll link to them all below. But before we get to that, if you're someone who's interested in making your own clothing with more intention and joy, you're definitely in the right place here at Seamwork. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can follow along with us and never miss one of our weekly videos. So as we all know, it takes a lot of time and energy to make gifts for somebody, especially if you're sewing them yourself. So we want to make sure that you're making things that you're going to feel really good about giving. So we've rounded up a few things. I picked out a few and Haley picked out a few, and we're going to show them to you today. Okay, we're going to start with the Almada robe, which is a very lovely sort of cocoon shaped robe. It's very flowing, very forgiving as far as fit goes, which makes it a really easy gift to give. And you can kind of customize the fit because it has these belt ties on it, built right into the pattern. So, and I love a robe that has the belt ties built into the pattern because I'm always losing the belt on my robes. So I really, really love this pattern for a gift. I think robes make a particularly good gift, especially around the holidays, because it's something you can just lounge in and relax in. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's like giving the gift of relaxation.
Yeah.
Which I'm always looking for. So I think robes just make a terrific gift for anybody in your life. You can make the Almada in a wide variety of fabrics, and we have a few here to show you, just to show you kind of the variety. So this fabric, you can make it in a sheer fabric like this if you want to make something kind of dressier and maybe something that they could even wear outside of the house, more as a jacket, but also makes kind of a nice little nightwear lounge piece. You could make it in a double gauze like this one. This is a beautiful, I think this is probably a Nani Arrow, right? Yeah, this is a Nani Arrow double gauze, and it's so soft. It feels so good to wear double gauze right against your skin. I mean, they use it for baby blankets for a reason. It's lovely. And then this one, I think this looks like a rayon. Is it a brushed rayon?
Yes.
Something like that. It's just really, really soft and a little bit more flowing, so that's another choice. You could also make this in a knit if you wanted to. Really, the sky's the limit with this pattern. If you have fabric on hand that you love and you're looking for something to do with it, the Almada pattern might work well for that. I think there are a lot of different ways you could customize it. I was thinking you could make it in a Sherpa. I think that would be a really, really lovely change of pace for this pattern and make it just really super warm and cozy. You could also do some color blocking. You could do a different fabric for the bands. It has bands here on the ends of the sleeve. There's a lot of things you can do with it. You can add color blocking for the ties too. You can make it in velvet. There's a million things you can do with this robe. So I think this is an ideal pattern for a gift just because of the versatility.
Right, the next gift that we are going to recommend to you is the Hansie top. And one of the challenges about sewing clothing for other people is just not quite knowing maybe their size, their specific measurements. And Hansie has a really forgiving fit. It's a boxy style top, and it's really, really fast to sew, which makes it another bonus when you're sewing gifts, especially if you have a few gifts to get through. This can be a real time saver to choose something like Hansie. One of the things I really like about this pattern is that it is so great for utilizing fun prints. So I think that this would be great for someone in your life who has a really particular sense of style or color or pattern. This would be so phenomenal for them. And so I would really utilize prints as a jumping off point for customization. So here you might be thinking like, this is such a blank canvas. Why would I gift this to someone with a really strong sense of personal style? And I think that's kind of the exact reason.
Yeah.
Right here we have actually 2 jacquard woven fabrics. This one is really textural and earthy and lovely and just has this overall really kind of, in my opinion, kind of expensive, elevated look. And then we have a second jacquard, which is a little bit more heavyweight with this really beautiful daisy pattern. Again, I just think it looks really elevated and beautiful. And honestly, sewing off this entire top probably took, I would say, 2 hours or less.
And it doesn't look that way because it almost looks quilted. It looks like something that took a really, really long time to make.
Yeah, totally. And that's why I think that it is such a great pattern. People are going to be super impressed by this, and it's really practical. They'll get to wear it all the time and think of you every single time they wear it.
I think a pre-quilted fabric would also look really amazing.
That would look amazing. And if you are a pattern hacking person, if you love doing that, this is the perfect blank canvas for that. You can add different style lines to do some color blocking, style lines where you could also insert some trim. We have a ladder lace trim that Sarai did a tutorial for that, which would be really, really great. It is also worth mentioning that we have a sew along class for the Hansie top, which will walk you through all of the tricky steps. So even if you're a beginner sewer, you can totally make this top for your loved ones and really impress them.
And we'll link to that below. The next pattern that I wanted to share is the bud shacket. If you haven't heard that word shacket before, it's a cross between a shirt and a jacket, just if you haven't heard that before. So this is bud, and bud is a great pattern to gift because, well, first of all, it's gender inclusive, so you can make this for just about anybody in your life. It also has a very forgiving fit. Obviously, jackets in this style are quite boxy, so you don't have to worry that much about fitting. You just have to know kind of the general size that you need to sew, and you're pretty much good to go. You can also make it in a pretty wide variety of fabrics. So this one, I believe, is like this is like a shirting fabric, I guess. It seems like yarn dyed shirting fabric, which looks lovely. Or this one is made in a corduroy, which has obviously more of a jacket look. So you can get quite a variation in style depending on the fabric that you choose for bud. And it's also something that is very on trend right now. You probably have seen these around quite a lot, but at the same time, it's a very, very classic piece that somebody could have in their wardrobe forever, for years and years to come. And I know that this is the kind of thing that I would wear. I could wear it over a dress. I could also wear it, when I'm doing chores around my house. So it's a really, really great, versatile piece that you can do a lot with. And if you're a little intimidated by sewing something like this, either sewing a shirt or sewing a jacket, we actually have a sew along class for this one as well that walks you through every single step of sewing bud. So if that's something that you're interested in, we'll put a link to that down below. And I just want to mention, we have a wide variety of sew-along classes on our website at Seamwork. So if you're a member, you get access to that whole library of classes, which is a great way to learn, especially if it's a project that you're a little bit intimidated by, or if it's something that's new to you. Watching videos and following along with other people is a really, really great way to learn. So we'll put a link to that down below as well.
The next pattern that we're going to take a look at is the Ryan tee. And this is another one of our gender inclusive fit patterns. And what we mean by that is that we fit these patterns on both male and female bodied people. So it really is going to work on a lot of different body types. I love this pattern because you have so many different options. The main pattern comes with 2 different neckline variations. So you have a crew neck and a V-neck. You also have the option of a short sleeve or a long sleeve. And if you are a member, you'll have access to our member bonus catalog. And for the member bonus, we have a Henley placket. This makes a really great gift because, once again, it's a t-shirt. It's made from knit fabric, so it's gonna be really forgiving in terms of size. It's gonna stretch. If you are in the general ballpark of their size, it's going to fit them. And t-shirts are also really fun to customize and make just really special for the recipient of the gift. You could do a little embroidery, you could do an iron-on decal. I think that that would be a really fun way to incorporate like a little special message or maybe an inside joke, a nickname, something like that would be so cute on something like this.
The color palette here looks so nice. Like I'm imagining you could make a little set of t-shirts for a friend too. It would be really fun.
Totally. If you've never tried your hand at making your own t-shirts before, when you make them yourself, they're so much more luxurious than the typical t-shirt that you could run down to Target or wherever and buy. So just like kind of a really luxurious everyday item that you can give to someone. And if one of these 3 necklines isn't your vibe, we actually have a really great video on our website that walks you through how to raise, lower, and change any neckline, and we'll link to that below as well.
All right, the last one I want to show you is the Alex apron. So an apron is definitely a classic gift. It's something that I think a lot of people think of when they think about sewing gifts. And I think that's for a good reason. An apron is something that the recipient will use for years and years to come. And this one is a really fantastic pattern. It's got this adjustable neckline, which I love personally. A lot of aprons just end up sitting too high or too low, or you need different lengths for different tasks. So I really love having this adjustable neckline, and it looks really cool having these D-rings here. And it adds just kind of a neat touch to it. And you've also got this huge pocket in front. We all know Haley loves big pockets.
I do.
So you could fit quite a few, I don't know what, your cookies in here, I guess.
Snacks, cookbooks.
Yeah, you
all
can carry your
sorts of things.
cookbooks around, whatever. But you could use this for cooking. You could also make a chore apron, something that's for more general purpose. You could use something like waxed canvas or really heavy denim or something like that, a twill, something really, really sturdy that you can use, that the person can do all kinds of activities in besides cooking. Or you could make something that's a little bit prettier. You could add some embroidery. You could add pretty much any detail you want to an apron. It's a great, again, blank canvas. Once again, you don't have to worry about fitting because it is fully adjustable. And you can use such a wide variety of fabrics. So I think all those reasons make an apron, I mean, that's why it's a classic gift. Would be happy to get one of these for myself. In fact, I think I want to make one for myself this Christmas.
Yeah, I just printed this pattern to make a gift for myself. So.
Yeah. 'Tis the season for baking cookies, so.
And such a great hostess gift. You wanted
Absolutely.
to give a really generous hostess gift.
Thanks for joining us today. And if you'd like to join Seamwork and become part of our private community, plus get access to hundreds of sewing patterns and dozens of sew-along classes, our YouTube subscribers get a 50% off lifetime discount when you join at seamwork.com/go/YouTube50, and we'll put a link to that below. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to let us know by hitting the like button, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you get all our weekly videos. I'll see you next week. All right, gifts number 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm like,
we are ready.
I was on another planet. Okay. I can see Meg laughing back there. Her body like shuddering.
I just picture you on another planet. You're like,
Oh,
I was like, I don't want to grab it.
I'm also on another planet.
Okay.
Should we
I can start over.
I don't think we need to.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just get
'Cause you have-
Sarah grabbing it and I'll come to it.
Okay.